Hey folks, Quill18 here and welcome to more Let's Play RimWorld! This is our vanilla playthrough with no mods, no expansion, but all the fun. It's weird that I am actually being so careful about my expansion that I have so many times where my people are getting idle. That like never happens. I usually overqueue jobs by a billion. But nice, secure, steady growth. You know, our wealth meter continues to go up. But it hasn't been growing, like, insanely fast. It's interesting, it went down and then up. This is a caravan that left and then came back? Because wealth is based on your pawns. Yeah, this must have been when we rescued some people. Oh, and then we got the ship part over there as well. Yeah, that must have been when we went out to rescue Sudbury. Because we went out with a bunch of people and then we came back with an extra person. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's the thing, when you send out a caravan, you are a little vulnerable because you don't have as many people, but it does drop your wealth somewhat. But obviously, the actual still, you know, wealth of your colony is it's still present. Don't obsess over wealth. I'm just, you know, I want to look at it from time to time, give it some thoughtful consideration, but I want to avoid obsessing over it because, generally speaking, more stuff is more better. You just want to make sure that your stuff is stuff that's helping you. Like, all this gold is sitting around is not. I'm going to trade some of it. And I can't remember all the things that gold gets used for. I mean, you can make some very fancy sculptures. Certainly. Speaking of, we don't actually have an art station. Should I do that? We could use art to sell stuff. That's the one thing, though. Stuff that you produced for sale is an example of wealth that just sitting around not helping your colony most of the time until a sale opportunity happens. Okay, psychic drone is over. That's good. But we'll get the art station. I mean, we can use it to pretty up some bedrooms too, make our people happier. What we could do is okay, so installed objects only count for like half their wealth value. What you can do is put statues everywhere, and then when a trade company thing comes, uninstall all the statues and then sell them. That's actually not a bad idea. I've never really microed that much. I'm usually really lazy in these games as much as possible. Oh, fabrication done. Yes. Excellent. Okay. Now, advanced fabrication gives the ability to build advanced components, which I'm not super mega concerned about right now. I'm going to finish medicine production first. Yeah, getting advanced components. Outlander settlements will sell advanced components. We can sell the Caravan. Sometimes visiting traders will sell them, and some quest rewards have them as well. Advanced components are great. They get used for some pretty funky stuff. What I don't have right now is space to build my advanced construction thing. But I'm going to make a bit of a change. Oh, that's right. I can't reinstall this, and if I deconstruct it, I'll lose some material. I'm thinking I could take this door, move it over like here or something, and then I could put it there. Because, yeah, it's a big thing. Let me show you. I already had the production tab open. The fabrication bench is large, just like the high-tech research bench over here. Oh, and it takes 2 advanced components to build. I only have 1. Okay, so I guess I don't have to worry about it quite yet anyway. I might make it its own room, maybe on the other side of the stockpile here, because I don't want it to be too far. But yeah, I can make a new building here for some extra, because this is getting pretty full. So we can have another workspace over here. But yeah, I can't build it without an advanced thing. So, ooh, hospital is a bit dirty. What is Darcy up to? Are you hunting? Oh, no, you're cleaning dirt. Okay, you just haven't gotten around to it over there. No one should shortcut through here because the doors take a while to open, which is good. You don't want the situation where shortcuts happen. All right, I guess we should plan a trade caravan. Yeah. Oh, harvesting happening. That's good. I guess some people are doing some hauling things. Maybe the hauling should still be up a little higher. I don't know. I kind of want to wait until the next raid comes in and then plan the caravan. The way the storytellers work, they do have a cooldown between major events. So after a major event happens, well, it's with Cassandra Classic, it is possible to get 2 major events kind of back to back. I think 2 days in between. So after you get one, you might want to wait a few days to make sure you don't get a second one back to back. But after that, you got a grace period of several days before something happens. That is really full. We could sell a bunch of the food. I mean, we're going to bring some food with us for the caravan. The cows are pack animals in terms of we can use them to carry things that are heavy. So we can't ride them for speed, but we can use them to carry heavy things, which benefits speed that way. Not that the drugs are particularly heavy, but I suppose the steel wood and everything. I guess if I am planning a big caravan, what I should do they're landing right on top of us. Okay. I was going to say what I should do is build some more bedrolls. Let me go and plop down a few while I'm thinking about that. We'll make them out of cloth. Okay, landing right on top of us. Now, this is dangerous because it ignores our kill zone. I believe the raids that drop on top of you do tend to be a little less major than the ones that drop, that show up on the corner of the map. But they do tend to be more dangerous because they can come anywhere. Let me grab everyone who is not a pacifist. I guess we can get behind this fence. It's not great cover, but it's some. The stone here might be better. It's going to be a little awkward position. Let me get everyone here first. Oh, wait. They're landing inside this building? Oh, yeah. Okay, I hadn't interpreted the animation too much. Okay, let's line up over there. Oh, and some there. Okay. Palo, head there. Darcy, sit yourself in the doorway. Labray, you're going to come here too. Berg, come here. We're going to use these corners as some cover. Stand in that doorway. Sky, stand in that doorway. Crossing's going to be a little scary. Oh yeah, I forgot our range is pretty small. I'm actually not sure you can reach... I don't know if this will provide any cover whatsoever, but I guess Berg, you're going to have to run up a little bit. It does take them a little bit before they pop out of these. Oh, we're still... Actually, I'm going to get you... Okay, good. You're going to come in here. Darcy. It's not going to be cover, but you can help out. Actually, just stop there and you can help shoot Jello. A Jello shot, as it were. Okay, they're fleeing. I think that might be that. Whoa! Okay, I gotta say, these chain shotguns, that's some damage. I am pleased with them. Do we still get no prisoners? Hold on. Where's my allow everything? Now, the way the prisoners work is when a pawn gets down. So if they get knocked out for some reason. If a pawn were to get knocked down or knocked out for any reason, hostile raiders, there's a chance they instantly die. Even if the wounds otherwise wouldn't have instantly killed them, there's just a chance that they die regardless. So first of all, someone who gets their head blown off, obviously is going to die. But other people, if they just get wounded so much that they just collapse down to the ground, there's a chance to survive. There's a chance they die. That is a random die roll. That only applies to the invaders. Your own pawns, I mean, again, if they get their head blown off, obviously they're dead. But otherwise, if they were to just collapse, they just collapse. But they might bleed to death or whatever. Here's an example of, you know, some things being a little scary. Vort and Honey, are one of you guys doing doctoring? Tending to Vort. Tending to Fob. Okay, good. Lovely. All right, well, that raid was handled pretty well. We got ourselves a few weapons out of it. Nothing we're particularly interested in. I think we need to build a crematorium. Now, it needs a lot of power, and certainly some material as well, which is why I was delaying it. I'll build that out of limestone, I guess. And I'll just build it kind of out of the way over here. There we are. And what I'll do is I will build a stockpile over here that is cleared of all and is just for corpses. Specifically humanoid corpses. I guess the mechanoids could get stored here before they get shredded as well. And I'll put this as preferred. So some people will haul over here. Cremating is part of hauling. Although if you have multiple people on hauling, then still only one person will cremate. I want to uninstall these, so they go in the stockpile. Get ready for a caravan. Okay. Let me mine that out so we can walk around this a little bit easier. Thanks, Guy. At least by not overloading my jobs, we have more sort of casual hauling happening. I don't remember if this can zoot. I'm going to put a roof on it, though, just in case it can zoot. Actually, I'll put a roof and a little bit of a radius around it so that people working here won't necessarily get rained on. And then, yeah, what I'll probably do... I can't remember if... So with ideology, people definitely come and pray at these graves. I don't know if in vanilla they do. So, but I'll probably... Maybe I'll leave some graves around, but most of them will get dug up. I mean, certainly these, that way we have some construction space around here, but we'll dig them up and then we'll cremate them. Now, you do get bad thoughts from seeing a dead body. A fresh body is usually fine, but rotted bodies, very much so. Yeah. undergrounder outdoors. I'm so sorry. Long time outdoors. Berg, I'm sorry I can't just lock you indoors all the time. The undergrounder's not really working out for you in this base. Some bases, undergrounders are great. This is not one. Okay, medicine production done. I was going to get something else. Mortars. Because we do have a barrel. And it would be nice to have the ability to get a mortar for the first time we get siege. Because that's going to be something that defending against is kind of tricksy. Although I feel like one mortar is often like so slow and so inaccurate, it's not great. When you get a slew of them, it feels more satisfying. Please don't botch, Berg. What's your construction at? 8. Oh, 8's not bad. Okay, Berg's gotten pretty good. I mean, Fob's still better. I think, I'm assuming. Oh yeah, 14. But an 8, you're not going to botch very often. You won't make as much, you know, necessarily. Seriously? Just finish it, man. Thank you. Okay. So I'm going to put a bill in here. Cremate corpses. I'm going to say do forever. You can choose, you know, like maybe you want to bury your colonists and burn strangers, so you can set these filters. Right now, I'm just going to burn all human-like corpses. That's going to be okay. I could also add bills to burn apparel. We talked about this before. It's a good way to keep your clutter down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set a thing where I'm going to allow all, but not allow clean apparel. So this is going to burn anything tainted. Now, theoretically, it might be possible for a tainted piece of equipment to be, you know, good enough that you might be willing to put it on despite the debuff. And sometimes a tainted item can have such a huge base value that you can still maybe sell it for a few bucks. But generally speaking, yes. Oh, or no, traders not accepted. Yeah, most humans find it bad. So mostly what we're going to do is we're going to, if we get anything tainted for some reason, we're just going to burn it. When you burn a corpse, it does burn all their clothes at the same time. So we shouldn't actually end up with that much tainted apparel. I don't actually know. It would be stripping something that's dead, and I don't know why we would do that. But anyway, we'll set a little rule here, because that seems okay. And we'll say do forever. That's fine. The other thing I could do is for weapons, for example, I could be like, listen, if we have, or before we get to weapons, I might set up another burn apparel job here and just say, listen, if any apparel has gotten frayed, so it's under 50%, okay? Our people won't want to wear, come on, there we go. Any clothing under 50% hit points is considered frayed, and will lead to a debuff to wearing it. So we're not going to want to wear those. They also don't sell for much, right? Once they're that damaged, they really don't sell for a lot of value. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Maybe what I'll do is I'll say, listen, for the Masterwork and Legendary, maybe they're still worth a few bucks, even if they're so low on hit points. So maybe we'll keep those around. So I'll do this. But otherwise, just burn it all rather than keep it around. We could do something similar for weapons, especially crappy weapons. It would be great, potentially, if you could say, burn anything with a dollar value under blah. But that doesn't, there's no option for that. But we could say something like, with the weapons, listen, we don't care what weapon it is. If it is awful to pour and it's got less than 80% hit points, we're not going to want to use them, but they're not going to be worth much to sell either. So burn those. Just to keep some of the clutter around, and it eliminates a little bit of the wealth. But someone with a hauling job should come, and there we go, Bob. She's got nothing to construct, so she's going to go and burninate some corpses. And over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for these graves to be deconstructed, which will pop the bodies out of them. Will give us a mood debuff from seeing the rotten corpses temporarily, but then they'll get burninated, and that'll have to be okay. Now, you can only stack that debuff so many times, so if we're going to do it, let's do it all at once. I'm going to leave those 3 graves, just in case people do go and pray. I don't think they do without ideology, though. We might want to put a little growing area down here so that no trees pop up. We'll wait on that. We did get hay, so we're going to make some kibble. It's nice to have some kibble around just in case we need it to feed our critters. Maybe during winter. Maybe there could be like toxic fallout. Well, that'd actually be bad for the animals overall. There could be something that causes the grass to not grow for some reason, in which case we're going to want a little bit of a food buffer. The other thing the kibble's going to be really good for is when we do trade caravans, if we're bringing animals with us, we're going to want to bring some kibbles so that the animals can eat along the way. That's going to be very important. So yeah, so there's going to be some bad mood buffs over here, especially if people use this as the gathering spot. And this might be a situation where we only want a single person on hauling, so only one person does the hauling that involves seeing the dead bodies. But But let's get Sky started on the cremation job over here. Just try to eliminate as many of them as quickly as possible. Yeah, minor breakers, probably Sky. Oh, it's Berg, actually, although I'm sure Berg is getting that. You can see the observed rotting corpses. But yeah, it does cap out, and it doesn't last forever, like 12 hours. So if someone's near the edge, it can be a problem, but it's not too bad. At least, yeah, we'll get that cleaned up. Excellent. And yeah, let me put a little grow zone behind here. I don't know what we need to grow. Part of me is thinking more cloth, but not really. And the trees will get taken care of more or less automatically if I'm growing anything here. Do we need more heel root? That's an interesting question. Am I growing any heel root over here? No, I'm not. Is that really... Yeah, you know what? Let's grow more heel root. Especially if we are going to want to be able to construct medicine at some point. The heel root will get converted into things. Theoretically, we might be rotting some heel root over here. Again, so the hit points went down because it was outside. The rotting 1.7 years. Yeah, it basically doesn't rot. Like, if I've got a mod that gives me fridges, like Rim Fridge, then I'll put a little fridge in the hospital for the herbal medicine, but really, you really don't need it. It's like, I think pemmican can technically rot. Hay can technically rot, but, I mean, hay is actually not that long term, right? 60 days it's going to rot out here, but not a big deal. Okay, we got the extra bedrolls. We've got kibble production in theory. Paolo, hold on a sec. I tell you to go here. I mean, first you're going to butcher that. And then you're going to be making kibble. Yeah, get started on the kibble production. Don't think... Yeah, the kibble never goes away, so it doesn't have to be fridged. You do want to store it indoors. Or on a shelf outdoors is fine. That could be something. We can put a little shelf here with kibble on it. Because it's on a shelf, it counts the same as being indoors. A shelf is basically like a 2x1 building with a stockpile inside it. So it counts as being indoors. It prevents ugliness debuffs from spreading and things like that. So we can put a shelf out here with kibble, and that would make it so that the animals can get it. We could also build a barn, like an actual little building, and put some stuff in there. I'm not going to worry about it right now, because the animals are fine, and mostly right now, short term, we're going to use the kibble for our caravans. But yeah, we'll get some more going on here. I'm going to be very pleased with this. Yeah, see, we're over 100, so we're only going to be making kibble with hay plus meat right now, or animal products like milk, which could incentivize us turning on some more hunting, but we don't need that. Problem with trading the fine meals is there's a maximum range at which we can travel before they rot. I could limit the fine... Now that we've got some other argument for meat, I could maybe limit how many fine meals I keep around. But overall, I'm happy with converting it. There is, depending on what material you're using, this could increase or decrease the wealth of your colony by turning things into meals. But overall, I'm okay with having it. I mean, it's a very minor optimization one way versus the other. Yeah, Caravan. Now, these people hate us. These people hate us. These people hate us. Oh, wow, hold on. Yeah, that's all Andinista. Yeah, our closest trade faction is over here. Maybe we should make friends with Andinista. How do I do that? I'd need another event, or I could research transport pods and fling gifts at them. Because, yeah, that's a really long trip over here. Probably why we don't get as many trade caravans. I actually don't know if proximity is a thing for that. That's called... Oh, this is the debris from the landing pods. Flu? Oh, a bunch of people have the flu. So they're going to be miserable. I have to spend a little extra time in bed. I actually don't have enough beds in the hospital for everyone with the flu. But I don't think they're going to sit in bed. Well, maybe they will, actually. I think they will heal faster if they're sitting around in bed. Might want to invest in proper medical beds. Hopefully I can get a trade ship to offer me some advanced components and neutroamine. Advanced components can come from exotic traders. They can also come from bulk traders. Neutroamine will come from possibly both of those, but I would think bulk traders. I mean, we can't, like, request a particular type of trade from that. We can, I think, if we've, like, from a ground neighbor. Just not from the orbital stuff the same way. How are these beds? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let these all get built. And then I'm going to deconstruct the ones that are normal. and then reposition the best ones so that, like here, I'm going to deconstruct this normal bed. We'll try to just get some good value beds in there. These will eventually get replaced with our hospital beds, but I can unlock the job now and just hope we roll some high quality, which again will happen more likely if Fob does it. There. If it's at least good, we'll keep it. Oh, that's excellent. Nice to see that. This one's excellent. This one's good. This one's excellent. Yeah. You do some more double walling. And mostly as an extra fire break here. And if we get attacked by, like, breach-type enemies, it will buy us a little bit more time to respond. Because it'll take them a little bit longer to smash through these walls. We don't have that much... Actually, we do have a... Oh, that's marble. Right, marble did get put back as our top, but then limestone is second. We still have tons of limestone around. What I'll do is I'll select this area, put a little bit of haul there. The people who are idle, except for a haul job, will help to bring some in a little bit more. That's going to be okay. Quest expires. Oh, the robber lair. No one's got a real health problem, right? No one's lost an eye, for example. No, it could be nice to have a bionic eye sitting around. They're also quite valuable for trade. I wonder if raiding those places might give us some advanced components, too. Now, on power, I do have access to geothermal, but I'm feeling very comfortable with our power situation right now. I haven't felt the need to do anything else. That's the wildlife situation. Yeah, muffaloes have a chance of counterattacking, but what you can do is you can tame them and butcher them. Maybe I'll do that just to train up Darcy's animal handling. So she's going to grab some food to bring for the taming, but that's okay. Oh, shoot accuracy. Mortar's done. I mean, we were not going to be able to afford making recon armor right now, not until we get a steady supply of components. I could pre-research advanced fabrication so that we could actually make more advanced components as soon as we get the ability to start fabricating. That might not be the worst thing. A lot of what's going to unlock here is going to use up components, and I just don't feel comfortable doing it while we're waiting for the ability to make our own components. Could do some beer brewing, too, but let's start advanced fabrication. Since nothing feels like we need to rush for it, that's going to be a good investment towards our future, which I like. Oh shit, we're basically out of steel. I didn't realize that. Let's mine out more of this. Any bit more over here. And over there. What I could do is like sort of guess into the mountains how much there's going to be here. Worst case scenario, you know, we mine out a few extra rocks. It's not a big deal. But I would prefer if we didn't, you know, waste time mining something that we didn't actually need right this second. You can make certain educated guesses as to where things might be. Based on, like, they sort of have typical shapes. This probably goes all the way through. Colonists need treatment. That's just for flu. You're going to go to bed. How are these beds? Okay, that rolled normal. Well, both these rolled normal. We'll just deconstruct them. And then probably just forget about them for a little while. Yeah, disturbed sleep. Well, deal with it. I'm sorry, yes, you're sleeping in the hospital, your sleep will be disturbed from time to time. That's just the reality of the situation. Yeah, I'm going to cancel this. We're not going to do that one. If I'm going to prep any big, long trip, it's going to be caravanning for sales. Lots of animals on the map. But yeah, I don't want too much meat over here. We'll just tame the muffaloes for now. We could get wool out of them, but we've got cotton harvest going now. We've got cloth. We don't really need a wool source. Mostly taming them for a little bit of XP, and then we can butcher them at convenience for meat. I mean, they also make pack animals, I suppose. I think the cows can be used for pack animals. I mean, maybe they're not ideal. Maybe I tame the muffaloes and sell them. Ooh. Because I don't think components are that heavy. If we came back with no pack animals, we might be okay. That is something to consider. I don't know. You know what, why don't you prioritize doing this? Butcher, and maybe there's more kibble to be made. Well, there must be, because we do have some more hay. That would be the one thing with setting a limiter on the fine meals now. You know what, let's do that. I'm going to set a fine meal limit of deal until I have X. I want to keep at least 10 per person, which is way more than we need. But already we have like 400. I'm going to set a limit of like 200. Lots of future-proofing. In any case, it'll stop that. Paulo will become a little bit more idle, which is actually good now because you do craft. So I guess there's no reason to, yeah. Sure. So actually, if I reset you, yeah, now you're going to be doing kibble because you no longer have anything to cook currently. Butchered a little bit of leather on the ground. That's okay. Go and rest over here. Yeah, hopefully we'll get rid of the flu soon. I don't think any of our people are at risk of dying from the flu. They're getting constant treatment. They're getting the opportunity to rest. We have actual medicine kicking around, so it's not even just herbal medicine. Although even with just herbal medicine, I think we'd be okay in this situation. Yeah. As long as they don't get another disease or another injury at the same time. That's where I'd be most concerned about at this juncture. I wonder, you know what we might want to do? I'm going to increase the packaged survival meals, especially if we're looking at maybe a long trip. I'm going to increase this to 50. Yeah. Okay, I'm happy with that. So Paolo will have to go back to some cooking work, but that's okay. Yeah. Make me more survival meals. Because I think a long caravan is in the cards here. What I might want to do is build a bunch of statues. I want to set a do forever on that. You know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say do X times, where X is like 20. Stone blocks is fine, not steel. Wood's fine. Do we really not have much in the way of wood right now? Oh, we've been going so long with tons of wood. Let's put a bunch of chopped woods. Yeah, I guess there's no fully grown tree command, which is a bit unfortunate. It's part of some mods. We'll trim some trees in here, because what we want to do is, if you get rid of the trees, it's more room for grass. And actually, our nutrition is getting a little bit more demanding here, but it's not too bad. Yeah, we'll chop down some more trees. I think stone statues might be worth a little bit more, although they take longer to build. So it's, again, kind of a trade-off. The extra labor time gets factored into the cost. There you go. Darcy did tame the muffalo. Keeping her busy, anyway. What was her inspiration? Can we tell it? Inspired. Shoot frenzy. Right. Well, nothing to shoot currently. Trade ship. It's our first trade ship. Let's get Honey to work. What is it? Black Beetle Securities. Bulk good trader. Loverly. Okay. You have dromedaries, which we can ride. Okay, let's get a breeding pair. I think this is the youngest female. There we go. Breeding pair of dromedaries. You can ride donkeys as well. Yeah, okay. But we'll just do with the dromedaries. I think the dromedaries and horses have very similar kind of stats for riding. I think for pure riding, the horses are a little bit better, but dromedaries have other advantages. So they would sell us fine meals, but they won't buy it. Yeah, okay. We're going to try to buy all your components and advanced components. I'll sell this leather. Sell the joints, the ambrosia, the yayo. Look at this. Look at all the money we're making. We'd like to buy a bunch of plasteel if we can. Okay, we will be able to. That's good. We're going to sell some of this clothing. Let's keep the flak helmet. Consider selling the gold. Could sell the Devil Strand bedroll because it's worth a fair bunch. Hang on, let me go back up to the top here. I think we'll sell 2 meals. Well, these are not of age yet. That's okay. We'll sell the bull. Wait, they sell for 210 each. Oh no, they're called bulls. Okay, this one must not be of age. I'm gonna sell 2 bulls off here for a few extra bucks. We still have 1 male, so our breeding can continue. I'm not gonna sell kiwi. It'd be nice if you sold huskies. Oh, I can sell the muffalo. Yep, which we will do. And ideally, I would like to get like as much silver out of you as possible, if we can sell things we don't truly need. So I'm wondering about selling off some of the gold. Oh, do I have a bunch of jade? Yeah, that's right, I might some jade out. Let's just sell the jade. If we had a really good sculpture, we could make some fancy jade sculptures, but let's not worry about that. If I were to sell all the gold, yeah, that's more money than you've got. There we go. Okay. So I actually don't have to worry about creating a caravan right now because we have enough advanced components currently, which is great. Let's plan a structure over here. I guess I could have it become the fence. Which actually... yeah, let me do that. I don't know what this front is. Let me... what are we going to do? We cancel here. Yeah, maybe. And deconstruct this. And cancel that. Okay. And plan a door right there. Now, they'll build first. So they'll build this, and then deconstruct that, so our things won't actually go out. And then I'm just going to build a wall here. So that'll still be, this pen will still be properly intact. We will want to haul everything that's in here out of there. That, and let me just expand this a little bit. Like so, just to make sure there's room. Okay. Oh yeah, people are still taking a bunch of bed rest because of the flu. Oh, their immunity's ahead, but not by as much as I might like. Oh, getting some loving right away with my dromedaries. Wonderful. Psychic Soothe is also very handy. Yeah, I don't really want to lift the bed rest, because I think our people actually kind of need it. Since they're a little bit close. Vort's got inspired surgery. Interesting. Wait, why are you going building this limestone wall? Oh, because construction had already started over here. Okay, fair. Because now I was going to say, like, yeah, build this area. Let me just make sure that this is the area that you are starting on. Excellent. Because I'm going to want, under production, we can now build our fabrication bench. And I'm going to build it here. It says not enough stored, but I think we do actually have it. I'm just going to forbid it for now because I don't want it to be built before everything else. I think it's just stuff's not in our stockpiles. Yeah, that's all it is. Although, you know what? I think, especially with the components, let's get the haul up to #1 again. Plus, we can clear all these damn rocks out of here, which is going to be great, because we're not going to want them in the room. Tamed another muffalo. Good job there, Darcy. Yeah, we might just keep selling them. Interesting pathing there. Oh, I guess... hang on. Shrink zone. Let's make sure to leave a little gap in front of the door. And make sure that gets hauled. Thank you very much. Okay. My constructors. Yeah, go back to regular hauling things, so you actually construct. Mostly Berg, because Fob's in bed. There we go. We should give a chop wood command over here, so we get an actual planter type person. Clearing these trees. It is closer, so it should hopefully happen faster. So yeah, we're just going to wait for these walls to come up. Oh, Fob's out of bed. Do you not have the flu anymore? Did you get over it? No. Maybe you got out of bed because of the high halt priority? Oh, because I turned off... I don't have bed rest on? I'll turn that back off. That, I didn't... I guess they were just going to beds for their flu treatment. They weren't actually resting in bed. That I hadn't realized, and that's not entirely ideal. Okay. That might be why they weren't growing it as good as I would like. So I got a bit of an overdue of hauling work. Actually, I may have flagged a few too many trees to be chopped down, but... Stockpile's getting a little on the full side as well. I mean, we still have some space now, but especially if we fill this up with wood. Now, the wood doesn't decay too quickly. I really could store the wood outdoors. But I don't want to. So I'm not gonna. It's almost every big game I play. That's like the defining like decider for what I do. Is do I wanna? No? Alright, so I'm not gonna. Yeah, we have way, like, I'm not gonna build more fridge, because this is a big fridge. We just have too much stuff in here. Come on, Berg. Get up. I'm counting on you to finish our construction, please. Rest is about to cap out. But yeah, overall, people in pretty good moods. I like that. A little dirty here. Darcy's not doing much cleaning, because you're probably still taming some stuff. Alright, Berg is up. Don't work on this. Come over here. Oh, you don't have any limestone blocks. Well, alright then. I'm sure we still have limestone on the map. I guess it's just not enough crafting happening. Yeah, because this is all limestone here. This pen's not entirely enclosed, and by entirely I mean it's not enclosed right now. Bring this up. Paulo, what are you doing? You're resting. Can I get you to carve some blocks for me there, buddy? There you go. Yeah, limestone chunks. And this is closest, so it should happen first before the rest of the walls we're setting up here. I might need to increase the priority of some of our stone cutting stuff. Okay, Berg. There you go. Prioritize this wall, please. We're not getting a notice that our pen is open. I wonder if this door stuck open is still... If I click on our pen marker... It is stopping there. Oh, I didn't realize it. I mean, they might be able to wander out because it's still an open door. Oh! These doors are closed! That's why they're not wandering out. Ha ha ha. Although I just realized these doors being closed might lead to not having bait the right way. No, people can walk through the barricades. Yeah, okay. Alright, but that is done. And then I will ask for that to be enclosed, but I guess for now we can go ahead and get this started, even though it'll be outside. And I want a comfy chair there, please. So let's go and get a cloth armchair set up over there. We'll get a nice light for this room. I don't know what else we're going to do with this room, but we'll see. We might put some, like, we might put a little bit of storage in this room for this. So we might want some steel, or just one little stack of steel in here for convenience. So if we got a hauler with time, they can bring steel here, which will save time for our crafters. That could be something we consider. Paolo's in a bad mood. Why are you in a bad mood there, buddy? Ravenously hungry. Oh, you're still being forced to work here. Yeah, let me just reset you. Yeah, you are completely hungry. There you go. That got deconstructed. I think I will go and ask for these to be rebuilt again. Again, if Berg does it, they might not end up high quality, but it is a way to train up their crafting skills, so it's not too bad. We've got some extra wood now, so that's okay. And yeah, we will want a tool cabinet in this room, but I'm going to wait for this to be set up first. I want to put down some marble tiles here, but I kind of want to wait unless I change the priority order. You know, it probably makes sense to change the priority, put limestone on top. Yeah, let's do that. Outer walls first. There. And now if I do this, now I don't have to worry about people making a bunch of marble blocks over my limestone. Should I have these doors lined up? Maybe. I just wasn't sure. This might be a room by itself. So I actually might want to move the lamp. Like, if I do this, and I could put a wall here. But I don't know what the rest of the room's going to be. It's just going to be something. At least while they're in here, the people who are working on this will feel like there's lots of space, which is nice. I guess I don't want to put a little stockpile down there for the steel because it is ugly. I probably want to put a shelf down. And I think I will do that. I will go into furniture, shelf. I'm going to put a little shelf right here. Actually, yeah, there's fine. And we'll just make it just be a spot for steel. Doors up. Building. Fob, can I get you to... Yeah, I'm going to get you to work on the workbench here. Oh, and I'll just chop down this tree. That's the issue. Which is a slow job for someone who's not a plant cutter. I guess I could have... Whoa! We got a Zot! Fault in the electrical circuit. That is just a random thing. Let's reset everyone real quick. Put out the fires. Yeah, that's just a random event. It does drain all your batteries. One thing you can do is you can have a bank of batteries behind a switch. Let them fill up completely. Turn off the switch. So if you get a Zot, you can turn on the switch and have access to all the power in those battery banks. Because right now, if there was no wind and no sun, we'd have no power right now, which would be awkward. But it's not really a huge deal. Now, Palo can be enabled for art. In fact, we'll art before crafting, which might be okay. Mostly they're spending a lot of their time cooking. Still would like to do something better for that if possible. Okay, honey, could you come over here and chop down this tree? Sorry, I know you were sleeping, but... There we go. Now, Fob can work on this fabrication bench. Higher skill, less likely to botch it and waste some material. I suppose I could have gotten Berg to come and bring the material first. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Flute, immunity developed. Lovely. Excellent. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to set up a job over here. So we're going to set a bill to make components where we say do until you have X. And what we want to do is we want to set enough here so that we have enough components in here to do any one job plus a little bit more. This fabrication bench took 12. I think that's like one of the higher numbers. I think I want to have a bit more of a buffer than that. We'll say something like 20, which right now, you know, we're good. We actually might want to buffer more than that, but I'll just put it there for now. So if we run lower than 20 components, we'll start doing it. But what's great about this is now we don't have to worry about suddenly running out of material. I guess what I could do, if I did move the door to here, I could put the shelf right there. Wouldn't that look nice and organized? Yeah. All right, I like that. All right, everyone's asleep now, which is good. Man, I run so long in these videos. But this always feels like there's one more thing. I just want to finish one more thing before I stop. It's just one more turn, you guys. That's all. Honey replanting. We got lots of food. We don't have a ton of raw food, but we know we can turn on the hunting whenever we want. And we do have some plants sitting around now. And we're certainly well over our meal requirements. It's not like we're desperate to have more food right now. Thank you, Fob. And what I'm going to do is just make this lamp next, actually. Oh, we're getting actual power brownouts. With no wind, and with our batteries having been drained, I could turn off the this generator. Or this cremator. Oh, let's toggle that off for now, because it does use 250 watts. It's not that much. But yeah, our power usage is definitely going up here. Which, actually, we'll need a little bit more, because you'll need some warmth in this room, too. Berg's at level 10 construction. Good. All our construction's going pretty well. Okay, closest geothermal, I think, was down. It's not super close, though. I mean, there's that. There's that. Whoa. Hang on. Okay, maybe this one. That's probably close to geothermal. Let me put down a plan. So we're going to want a geothermal generator over here. This will generate 3,600 power all the time, which is fantastic. Ooh, that's some wet terrain, so we can't actually go through there. We'll do this. I might want to build a secondary connection here in case it gets broken. But we'll still have batteries. We'll still have some backup power. We should overall be okay. I am going to want to make sure that this is not an easy target for any invaders. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a little room here and do that. Geothermal generators, well, the vents themselves generate a lot of heat. So we need to make sure that there's no roof on this building, because otherwise it'll overheat. Or at least we need one little gap. But there's no reason in my mind to build a roof on any part of that. So we'll get this queued up. We've got a warg hunting Sky, who's already injured. That's scary. Because Sky's not really going to be able to just punch this thing to death. Let's get everyone out here. I was hoping she'd get one shot off. Okay, try to run a little bit, because meleeing, like punching the warg's not going to be a huge win. We're just going to hope that we get a little bit of space here. I don't know if we're actually avoiding any of these cooldowns. Alright, never mind. Just turn around and try to fight. Yeah. Oh, this is really bad. I'm thinking, you know what, from now on, we're going to put attack on everyone. Okay, Sky's down and still being attacked. This is where it's really bad. Because that thing could kill us. Oh no! Oh no! I think we're losing Sky here. I mean, maybe Sky had started punching immediately. I don't know. We just shot Sky to death, is what happened. I think. Yep. I mean, we may not have been able to save Sky because she was down to like 3 hours bleeding time. But what actually killed her is she was shot here. Damn it! Oh, that's such a shame. Set everyone. High priority haul over here. Let's get this taken care of. Well, I guess we're not that desperate for mining, generally speaking. Berg can do it as a secondary job when they're not constructing. In fact, what I'll do is I'll put it here. So Berg constructs. If there's nothing to construct, we'll go mine. Well, I mean, right now it's haul, but we'll go and... I can drop that now. I just wanted to make sure that the body got collected for cremation immediately. Damn. I mean, I couldn't not shoot. They were about to get killed by the warg. We had to take the risk of shooting there. Even though we lost that die roll. Okay. By default, when you build a shelf, it gets set for weapon storage, which is not what we're looking for here. What I want is steel to be stored here, and it can be set to inforge. That's fine. The storage here is just normal. Yeah, so steel will be preferentially brought here, and our components just need steel. So that'll just make it a little easier to craft. Steel is normally ugly, so you don't want just a construction thing on the ground because it won't look good. So we're putting it on a shelf because it'll look better. Speaking of looking better, can I get you to just deconstruct this door so I can assign that over there? Okay, so that'll get built up. Oh, I'm so sad for Sky, who still needs to be buried. Vort, can I get you to... Okay, someone can haul, right? Apollo, come over here. Oh, such a shame. Oh, such a shame. I'm so sad. That is really quite disappointing. But that's RimWorld for you. Anyway, on that tragic note, we're going to go and put a cut in this episode. Folks, thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to see you guys next time.